All right. So I'm really excited to have the opportunity to finally bring these to you. You know, I was sitting at home. I think I was shopping Friday night with Sean, which is, you know, she won't be here tonight, but that's our normal Friday, my normal Friday night, right? And I saw these come on and I'm like, what? These are from Sheertex. These are our super sheer or semi-opaque. So that means one will be super sheer. Then sheer will be the medium, and then opaque. If you like opaque tights, I love opaque tights. Those are the three choices for you. We've already sold over 55,000 on QVC, and these are really, literally, virtually indestructible. Anywhere else, you may find these around $91. We have them on sale, and while you see them on sale, since you're never going to be rebuying these again unless you want a second pair to rotate, make sure that you take advantage of the 3 easy pays at $12.99. But if you have the Q card, you could always do 5 easy pays if you want. This is your super, let me make sure I have this right. This is super sheer, so that you would be able to see, you know, super sheer where you still can see my hand through it. So that's super sheer. I'm gonna put that in the right pile. This is going to be sheer, which is the medium, so that'll give you a little bit more coverage. There's your sheer. This is your opaque, and it's called semi-opaque. But if you're like me, I love a good opaque tight to it, really comfortable and slippery. And did you notice that ring that I have on? I put that ring in here because I do not have to worry about this snagging. These are virtually indestructible. And for $12.99, we're going to discuss everything because these are the hottest on trend. One of our absolute favorite celebrities who has gotten a lot of attention at a football game, I heard, may have worn these on her tour. So I'm going to ask Catherine. Catherine, is it Homoth?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me tonight.
Are you kidding, Catherine? When I read that you couldn't be here in person, I'm like, oh, wait, because you and I accosted Catherine one day when she was getting ready to go on the air, and I was like, Catherine, I bought one in every one of these. Then I bought them for my daughter because, Catherine, I grew up when you bought pantyhose and an egg and you packed a spare pair because you knew before the end of the night you were going to have a snag or a run, and then you'd be trying with, it was just a mess. You took this on as a challenge.
And I'll show you some demos here. So this here is a pair of our sheer tights, and no matter how hard, and I am honestly the world's best tights ripper these days, and I am using all of my strength, this becomes a really fun party trick. You can show it to all of your strongest friends, and no one can get their finger through this. I also have another test I can show you here. This one's famous on QVC right now. I have a 25-pound kettlebell in a pair of sheer tights. You can see that hanging there. And this, honestly, the amount of weight that we can hold in these tights is due to the fact that it's using a polymer that's never been used in textiles before. It is a polymer that was used in ballistics. It was used in climbing equipment, and we miniaturized it and we put it into tights. This is patented. It's made in Canada, where there's an ice storm right now, which is what stopped me from coming out to see you today. But we know what it means to need tights.
All right, so help us with the size chart so that we can start ordering this for ourselves and for our sisters and for our daughters and nieces. All right.
Yeah, so it's a very simple sizing chart. It goes by weight. So yeah, you're going from extra small to 3XL. And it's really true to size. So buy what you would normally buy in clothing. There's a little bit less stretch than a typical pair of tights. So don't size down. Make sure that you're buying the right size. If you want something a little bit sheer, you're buying something on the smaller side because it's going to really stretch out the tights and look very sheer. If you're looking for something more comfortable with extra room, buy maybe a size up. But it's stretchy, so really don't worry about it. Extra small to 3XL. Grab that regular size that you normally would. And honestly, you're not going to regret it. These tights, and I have a pair of regular tights. So just to remind you, everyone's probably already at this point in the season had an experience with this. This is a regular pair of tights, and bam, That's just, we've all had that moment
Yes.
where it just gets completely destroyed. And that could happen when you're going to the bathroom. That could happen as you're walking out the door.
You could
We
get
all end
caught
up
in
with
your
what,
car door, on the side of your desk, whatever the case may be. But Catherine,
exactly,
I
or
want
your
to,
boots.
yeah, in your boots. I mean, we've all had it happen. You, at least growing up, I always took a second pair of emergency tights with me, especially if this is the super sheer. This is the super
Yeah.
sheer. You did not only create the knit, but you start from the top of these because these are really well
Yes.
thought out, including the green band. Talk to me about what you did on the waistband.
Exactly. So we have a 4-inch wide yoga style, super stretchy waistband. We knew that the waistbands and
See
tights
that?
tend to dig you in the middle. This is incredibly comfortable. And you might be looking at that being like, what in the world is that green line doing on my tights? Well, that's actually so that when you throw it into your drawer with other pantyhose, you can really quickly see, oh, those are the ones that I don't have to worry about. Those are the strong ones. But if you didn't have that visual indicator, you wouldn't know which one was the really strong pair of tights. And if you're continuing down, this actually has a built-in light control top. So it gives you that little bit of extra coverage, but also adds a little bit more comfort to just give you that extra squeeze throughout the day. So this is really top to bottom, all about comfort, all about all day wear, so
And
that
don't
you
forget
just
your
don't have
toes.
to worry about your tights anymore. Oh, and yes, just in case, we have that extra added reinforcement along the toenail. So if you have ever put your toe through a pair of tights, you really don't have to worry about that in your Sheertex.
So I know $38.98 is probably the most you might have ever spent for a pair of tights. But think about it. You're not going to be running into the drugstore or have someone you love into the drugstore and buy that emergency tights. There are 3 different options. Will you talk us through super shears, what I just showed everyone? Talk us through that,
Yes,
Catherine,
and
please.
I have them actually right behind me here. So if you turn to my screen, we have the first one is super sheer. This is actually my favorite. It's the most elegant. It's more for going
Dressy.
out. It's the one that
Yeah.
looks yeah, it's dressy. It's really gonna, you know, the type of thing that most people be like, that would obviously rip. You can now actually wear that with Sheertex. Then we move to our classic. This is our hero product. This was the very first product we made. It was named one of Time's best inventions due to its technology, and then continuing on to the semi-opaque, which in these winter days can definitely be a favorite, and it's what I'm actually wearing here tonight. So really, you can't go wrong. And what we found is a lot of people end up getting one of each style, and that allows them to have variety depending on the weather, the outfit, and it allows you to just, you know, take that whole, what I call a pantyhose graveyard with all those rip tights, throw that out and be able to go to a more sustainable solution that isn't going to just be single-use wears.
Catherine, 1,000 already, and this happens every single time because you know, and I did what a lot of you are going to do. I bought the opaque tights because I'm an opaque tight girl, and then once I got them home, I went ahead and I bought the other 2 that I didn't already own, which is the sheer and the super sheer, and then I bought them for my daughter because growing up in a family of girls, think about how many times you had to go rebuy pantyhose, you know, and now these have everything that you want. They've got the reinforced toe on them. These are the tights that I love so very much. They have, and I know it's hard to probably see in this, here, come over here with me. They have, you know, enough of that wonderful coverage here and support that we like. They have that very unique yoga band, so nothing's pushing over and they're not rolling down. You don't have to worry about it.
Exactly.
Care, is there any trick to the care on these, Catherine?
Super simple. So I am a mother of a 9-month-old. I don't have that much time in my day. These go directly into the washer and the dryer. So really don't have to worry about anything when it comes to taking care of these tights. They are made to withstand whatever you put them through. And again, this, and I'll show about some of those tests again. This is our famous QVC test, a 25-pound kettlebell I'm going to lift up here with the tights. This is just how strong this technology is. And I swear to you, this is going to become your favorite party trick. You're going to be wearing your sheer tights. You're going to show your friends, look how hard I can yank on these, and these don't rip. And I genuinely believe that in 10 years, we won't even remember what it meant to have tights that ripped during the day. Exactly. You just yank on them. And it's really, honestly, the magic of this technology. It's patented. Literally polymers that have never, ever gone into tights before. One of the world's strongest polymers, typically in ballistics and climbing equipment. So
You
you
can
are
get 'em-
buying much more than just a pair of tights. You're buying into a
Yes.
new technology that's really changing an industry.
And we're thrilled to have you here on QVC, Catherine, so that we can offer them at a sale price. Anywhere else, they would be $91, and people are clamoring for these because they're that good. They're sustainable tights. Do remember, you can have the super sheer, you can have the sheer, or you can have the opaque tights that I love so very much. 3 easy pays at $12.99. Join us at QVC for the very first time. 5 easy pays if you have your QVC credit card, and that'd be about $8. Catherine, always such a pleasure. Keep bringing us all your brilliant ideas. We love every single one.
And we've got lots more coming down the pipeline. So thank you so much. We're so, so excited to be here.
All right, and be safe.